Well, he's a man who perhaps needs little introduction. Microfinance pioneer, social entrepreneur and Nobel Laureate Mohammed Yunus now has a new book. It's called A World of Three Zeros, New Economics of Zero Poverty, Zero Unemployment and Zero Net Carbon Emissions. I caught up with him earlier today and by asking him about the world's focus at Davos and what would be your priority there if you were at Davos this year.
Well, it's important that all the big policymakers and people who are following their activities are there together and asking relevant questions probably. The issue that I would like to bring up, is, which I feel very threatening one, is the question of wealth concentration, and kind of Davos represents that. All the people who have all the wealth put together, if you assess the total wealth represented in Davos, probably that will be 99% of the wealth of the entire world. So this is where it is all about. Right. That's a mockery of the system. So why don't we realize that mockery and try to see how to undo the whole thing? System works for everybody, not for a few people.
Okay, now, your book is talking about zero poverty, is talking about zero unemployment. Now, for all those who, say, is it overambitious? How much of this is really possible? Look at where the world is headed. You've described us as living in very selfish times. So, how much of this is really achievable?
United Nations came out with SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. Look at those goals which to be achieved by 2030, in 12 years from now. What do they say? Zero poverty. That's number one. So I talk about it in my book. Why should it be a dream? The whole world has agreed to that. All I'm saying, this can be done. Let's do it fast. Let's not say, okay, someday we'll make it happen. It's not someday, it's tomorrow. We got it done. And also about the climate change, about the safety of the planet. The whole Paris Agreement is all about it. Okay, human being is assumed as a kind of driven by the self-interest, selfishness. Human being is nothing but representation of selfishness. I said, this is absolutely wrong. Human being represents selfishness, of course, and at the same time equally strong, equally successful selflessness. Why don't we take it as a whole, the selfishness and selflessness? But the today capitalist system picked only one part and made the whole world believe that they are all selfish people.
Right, you have to leap to make a difference, and you're saying that the time to start is now. It is doable. That's the first thing we need to achieve. But for all those who say that, can profit and not necessarily greed, but can the desire for profit, can the chase after profit and social good, can it go hand in hand?
I'm trying to give you a glass where you see both, which you have it inside. It's not something that I'm adding anything to you. The capitalist system blocked it out. I'm releasing it. So I'm not saying that you cannot do the profit-making business. Go right ahead. But at the same time, remember, you can do business to solve the problem. It's existing. You can do both at the same time.
Yunus, thanks very much for speaking to us. Pleasure as always, and good luck with that book there.